Hi there. Ask anyone who cooks in cast iron what goes best with cast iron, and one of the first three answers you get will certainly be bacon. But the cost of bacon has been going up lately, and this was one good reason to take a shot at making my own homemade bacon. Most of those videos here on YouTube for making homemade bacon use a dry brine and a smoker, but my apartment has a no open flames rule, and so I had to substitute cast iron for the smoker. But the result was still very easy to make, and I thought the results were quite good. So if you're thinking of making your own homemade bacon, all I can say is do it. You'll enjoy the results, and your family and friends probably won't realize how easy this is, and you can amaze them all by showing off your very own homemade bacon. A lot of recipes for making bacon say to use a dry brine, but if you're not careful, then this could make it too salty. So I went with a wet brine, which is essentially the same method for brining corned beef or even a Thanksgiving turkey. This includes the use of a preservative, and here we're using saltpeter. You can also use pink curing salt, which is easy to purchase online. Other than this, we simply use a lot of sugar and a lot of salt, plus some bay leaves and pepper and smoked paprika to add a smoky flavor to the bacon. Then we add 2 pounds of pork belly to the brine and press out as much air as possible from the bag. Of course, we have this in a large bowl in case something happens and the bag leaks. And we simply place it in the refrigerator and let the pork belly soak in the brine for a week. And it's that easy. As it turned out, things were so crazy that I ended up leaving the brine for a full month. But because we used a preservative, it still came out just fine. All we do is rinse off the brine, wrap the pork belly in cheesecloth, and let it dry in the refrigerator for 48 hours. And finally, one more step to transform this pork belly into bacon. We simply bake it at a very low temperature until the internal temperature of the pork belly reaches 150 degrees. Here is where a lot of folks like to smoke their bacon to give it extra flavor, but if you don't have a smoker, all you need to do is bake it in the oven. This actually took less time than using a smoker too, because the temperature reached 150 in only about an hour and a half. And now our bacon is ready. We can cook it now if we want, or we can chill it in the refrigerator once more and let it rest until we're ready to make it. As you can see, this really wasn't difficult at all. Most of our time was spent doing other things while the bacon rested in the refrigerator. This was practically a set it and forget it recipe, and the result is our very own bacon. Even without a smoker, this bacon was delicious and every bit as good as what you get from the store. The flavor wasn't quite the same as store-bought bacon, but that's certainly not a bad thing. And at a cost of maybe half of what you might pay for quality bacon at the store, that alone makes this well worth the effort. So go ahead and make your own bacon, and you can impress your family and friends with your amazing new superpower. Have fun, and thank you very much for watching.